Hello everyone, welcome to Business School 101. Imagine you're a hiring manager reviewing CVs for a new position. You come across two candidates with equally impressive qualifications, but one has a name that's difficult to pronounce, while the other has a familiar, easily recognizable name. Which candidate might you unconsciously lean towards, and why? This decision could be influenced by cognitive bias. So what is cognitive bias? What are the most common types of cognitive biases? How to avoid them? In this video, I will discuss these questions with you. Section 1. Definition. Cognitive bias refers systematic errors in the way individuals reason about the world due to subjective perception of reality. Cognitive biases are predictable patterns of error in how the human brain functions and therefore are widespread. Because cognitive biases affect how people understand and even perceive reality, they are difficult for individuals to avoid, and in fact can lead different individuals to subjectively different interpretations of objective facts. It is therefore vital for scientists, researchers, and decision-makers who rely on rationality and factuality to interrogate cognitive bias when making decisions or interpretations of fact. Section 2. Types. Here are 8 most common types of cognitive biases. Number 1. Selective perception. Selective perception is the tendency to single out aspects of a situation, person, or object that are consistent with our prevailing needs, values, or attitudes. In selective perception, we tend to see what we want to see. For example, if we don't like someone, we will focus on negative information about that person that reinforces our view. If we are trained in finance or accounting, we will focus on financial aspects of a decision while discounting or dismissing marketing implications. Number 2. Halo effect. Halo effect occurs when one attribute of a person or situation is used to develop an overall positive impression of that individual or situation, even though such impressions may or may not be valid. For example, if a student does well on a class presentation, we assume that the student is also a good writer and test taker. If a person interviewing for a job is friendly and outgoing, we assume that person is a good team player. The halo effect occurs when a person strong on one trait is thought to be similarly strong on all other traits. Number 3. Horn's effect. Horn's effect is the opposite of the halo effect. It occurs when a negative attribute or trait is used to develop an overall negative impression of a person. For example, if someone disagrees with us in a meeting, we might come to believe that this person is antagonistic and unethical. If someone struggles with a math problem, we assume he or she is unable to conduct any kind of meaningful analysis. It is called horns to reflect the devil's horns in contrast to a saint's halo. Number 4. Similar to me effect. Similar to me effect. When interviewers or hiring managers favor and select a person with whom they have the most similar demographic and attitudinal characteristics, this is called the similar to me effect. It can lead to an overly homogeneous work group that is susceptible to groupthink, stereotyping, and lack of functional conflict. Number 5. Projection. Projection is the unconscious assignment of one's personal attributes to other individuals. For example, an ambitious new leader might assume that others have similar levels of energy and motivation, or that everyone wants more challenging tasks. In doing so, the manager is projecting her own traits onto others. Number 6. Contrast effects. Contrast effects occur when someone or something seems extraordinary because of how it is contrasted with other similar things. For example, if all the job candidates interviewing for a position are weak and unqualified, someone who is even a little bit better might appear outstanding. While objectively that person might simply be okay, the contrast effect makes that person seem better than they actually are. Number 7. Authority bias. Authority bias occurs when we consider the opinions of authority figures to be more accurate than those of others. In authority bias, we are inclined to be more influenced by the authority figure's opinion, regardless of the quality of the actual opinion. Number 8. Self-fulfilling prophecies. Self-fulfilling prophecies are the tendency to make something we think will happen come true. If we believe we will fail, we are more likely to fail. If we believe we will prosper, we are more likely to succeed. This is what's known as the Pygmalion effect, named for a mythical Greek sculptor who created a statue of his ideal mate and then made her come to life. Sections 3. Strategies. Managing cognitive biases in the workplace is essential for making fair, objective, and effective decisions. Here are several strategies to help mitigate the impact of cognitive biases. Number 1. Awareness and education. The first step is recognizing that cognitive biases exist and can influence our thinking. Provide training and education to employees and leaders about different types of biases, their effects, and how they can be managed. Number 2. Promote critical thinking. Encourage employees to question their assumptions and think critically before making decisions. Encourage them to consider alternative viewpoints and gather diverse perspectives. Number 3. Collect data and feedback. Use data and feedback to inform decisions. Relying on objective data can help counteract biases by grounding decisions in facts rather than assumptions. Number 4. Blind auditions and evaluations. When hiring, evaluating, or promoting employees, consider using blind auditions or evaluations to remove potential bias triggers, such as names, genders, or other identifiable characteristics. Number 5. Diverse decision-making teams. Create decision-making teams that are diverse in terms of background, perspectives, and experiences. Diversity can help counteract biases by offering a wider range of viewpoints. Number 6. Structured decision-making processes. Implement structured decision-making processes that include specific criteria and guidelines. This can help reduce the influence of personal biases by focusing on objective factors. Number 7. Delay decisions. When possible, delay decisions to allow for more thoughtful consideration. Rushed decisions are more susceptible to biases. Alright, that's all for today's topic. If you have any questions regarding this video, please leave your thoughts in a comment below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.